I want y'all to know that Jennifer's got a man at home. Who is that man? Well, guess what? You can head on over to YouTube and find out more about him. Oh, yes. Jennifer Williams is launching or has launched is it's already in fruition. Okay, it's already happening. She has launched her YouTube series with her boo. And get this, it's called Life Sentence with Jen and CJ. Now, let's talk about it because thanks to our friends over at Reality Chat. Let me tell you something. I am now subscribed. I'm a subscriber. Y'all go on over there and subscribe if you want to know anything about Jennifer Williams and her life with CJ, her life sentence with CJ. Now, let me tell you something. I personally do not like this name. I think they should have just named it Jen and CJ or something like that. But the life sentence part says jail. It says jail slash prison with the two of us. And I feel like very strongly about speaking things into existence. And so I'm just real cautious about how I name things. You know what I'm saying? So when it says life sentence, I get what they saying, but it's only been 8 months. So, I mean, are you prepared to spend the rest of your life with this man? Now, granted, they look real nice together. They do look nice together. And he does seem lovey-dovey with her and all that good stuff like that. But according to this, okay, it says it's aimed to give an inside look at the couple's everyday life. The first episode is out, so you guys can watch it. It's about 5 minutes long. And so you can get all up into the nitty gritty with Jennifer Williams. They will be doing get ready with me's for their date nights, for Jen to be filming, fitness videos, all kinds of goodies that you can get. Now, while I personally do believe everybody and their granddaddy should have a YouTube channel, I do. Usually, I'm more for it on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like that would be cute for Jen on her own because, I mean, for real, that's what we want to know about. But now, I mean, they're going to want to know about him too, okay? And so now seeing this, what I want to know is he going to be featured heavily on the new season of Basketball Wives? Because if this is her real man, if she's willing to put him out on Front Street like this on their YouTube series, then I definitely need to be seeing something of him on the show, okay? Let me know what you think. Will you guys be subscribing to Jennifer Williams and her new YouTube channel with her boo, Life Sentence with Jen and CJ? I'm interested. I'm all for content. I am. Give me more. Give me more. Okay. Give it all to me, baby. Give it all to me. You know what I'm saying? Give it up. Bring it all to me. Because again, I mean, give us something to talk about. But anyway, so head on over to the when you leave this video, okay, not now. Don't pause it, don't stop. Just remember, okay, and then head over when we done talking about what we need to talk about, okay? Because I need you to stick around. Now that we've talked about that bit of important breaking news, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, we're on season 11 and we're on episode 8. Now, given the fact that we have Love and Hip Hop Miami coming up on August the 14th, which is, I think that's a Monday. Is it the 14th? I feel like it's coming up real soon. Is it the 14th? Let me look at the calendar. Let me look at the calendar right here. Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah, the 14th is on a Monday. So I could have sworn he said it was on the 14th, but I don't know. Y'all let me know. So will you be watching it? That makes me feel like we got maybe 2 more episodes of this of Atlanta, and then they're gonna, give us, so we'll have next week is 9. The following week that Miami comes out will be the 10th episode. So I wonder if we're going to get 10 episodes and then a back half 10. I don't know what they're going to do. Anyway, we'll see how things go. What we will talk about is this episode right here. It's called Rennie, Aim, Fire. It should have been called Rennie, Amy, Fire. Okay. because we got a Ponderosa that's about to happen with Rennie Rucci and Amy Luciani that's been coming for the past several weeks. Okay. For those of you guys who have been living under a rock, okay, or may not have seen this show, you will know that Amy is upset about a song that she did, that she wrote to, that then she went online because her supporters said they saw Rennie Rucci performing the song on a stream on a digital platform of some sort, and the song is still streaming to this day. This happened about 3 years ago. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you. The issue that they have is most likely either with the producers or with the record label. And really that's where it should stop and start, but because we also know the internets will definitely sometimes have people beefing, and they talk about this in the episode. We'll have people beefing, especially what I noticed that it happens a lot with our our lady MCs, you know what I'm saying? Our rapstresses, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever notice that? It be feeling like sometimes the internet could be hyping stuff up, and then next thing you know, it's boom pow. They going, the two people are going at it. But I do notice that it seems to happen a lot more so with our rapstresses. So anyway, before we get into that, we got to rate the episode. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate this episode like an 8. We have some issues to work through with Rashida and Kirk. She has lost out on, she's missed the mark on filling out some type of permit that they need for Frost Bistro now that they're rebranding it into a breakfast slash brunch spot. Okay. Um, before I get into that, let me talk about why I'm gonna give this episode a regular 8. Okay, I'm gonna give it a regular 8 because I really felt like it was kind of generic. It felt very episodic to me, and what I mean by that is, um, issues came and went and were resolved all in one episode, and the situation with Kirk and Rashida, I really didn't feel like I don't know. It just seemed like it was wrapped up and resolved in no time. But it is what it is. I guess they only got so much time that they could give these people. You know what I'm saying? Um, Basically, she didn't get a permit that she realized that she was supposed to get for them to do some rebuilding or something like that because the restaurant is in a historic district. Bottom line is, Yandy says she knows somebody down to the city center or whatever, and she's able to maybe help, and then they get it, and then she tells him how much she appreciates him, and that's all he really needed. Okay, uh, it's nice and wrapped up with a pretty bow. um the other situation that we have going on is that Erica Dixon is back. Oh, yes. Isn't it convenient that as Scrappy is going through all of this drama that they suddenly decide that they need to bring Erica Dixon back in? That element to me is kind of cliche storytelling to me. Okay. It just feels like, oh, now is the perfect time to bring in dun, 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 the person who also has a big issue with Bambi. Ooh. But I guess it makes sense to the degree that we do know that Erica, Bambi, and Imani, okay, Scrappy and Erica's daughter are going to have a major beef that's going to happen online. And the seeds are being planted. So I don't really mind the idea that she's back. And I like Erica, to be quite honest with you. I kind of question why she's not been more in the mix with this show, but maybe it was for lack of story now that she was no longer with Scrappy. So, with that being said, we know by watching this episode, Erica does not like Scrappy. Erica does not like Bambi. Imani does not like Bambi. She feels like Bambi is Debbie Downer. They both feel like, they can't take no more of it. Imani is 18 now and she can speak her mind and speak her piece. Okay. But I always say, Now, when the kids, whatever Imani is experiencing is her experience. And so we cannot deny that that is what she's experiencing. However, when a when someone turns 18 and they begin speaking freely about other people, then you kind of also open yourself up to other people commenting back at you. You know what I'm saying? I would say for the most part in our society, we tend to leave kids alone. Like anybody under the age of 18, we try to stay away from, commenting about their antics other than to comment on what we maybe see on the show. However, now that she is of the age where if she is talking negatively about Bambi and Bambi goes back at her, I mean, at that point, it becomes the waters become a bit muddy. So I want to know from you, now that Imani is 18 and she's able to really speak her mind, which again I can't fault her for because that's her experience. Do you guys think that it's fair that Bambi is able to clap back at her? Let me know your thoughts down below because Imani is not going to take, based on the episode, she's not going to take Bambi coming for Scrappy nor coming for Erica. And so that's going to be that's going to put them in an interesting situation. Erica thinks that Bambi is getting all the karma that she deserves because she believes that Bambi is one person in the public and another person behind the scene based on her own interactions with Bambi when she thought that they had cleared the air. And then Bambi afterwards allegedly did not want Scrap to have anything to do with Erica and also did not want to have anything to do with Erica personally. So we got that going on. I feel like all of this is kind of leading somewhere. We do see them celebrate Imani's, 18th birthday. The other situation that's bubbling, as we spoke about, well, it's an interesting situation. There's a woman empowerment event that's being thrown by Mito, in which Rennie Rucci, Amy Luciani, Erica Banks, Yandy, Deb Atney, who I believe should definitely be a bigger part of this show. It's a travesty to me to have a show called Love and Hip Hop and not to have someone who is such an influential figure in the Atlanta, not only Atlanta, but just in the hip hop arena itself. To not have Deb as more of a part of this franchise, to me, is criminal. She's like the godmother of Atlanta hip hop in my eyes. So I would like to see more of her, especially seeing her help Amy navigate what she was experiencing at this event. But before we get to that event, we got to talk about Amy, Chaotic, and Erica Banks. And there is a little bit of a through line that am beginning to see with Amy that I feel like is a bit of an issue for her. Is it me, or do y'all feel like Amy kind of has been thriving on this element of competition? She talked about, she meets up with Chaotic and she basically lays down the law for him that, if you try to slide into home base with me, then I'm gonna make you gonna be mine, all mines. But Chaotic is basically like, in his mind, he trying to have both of them, Erica Banks and Amy Luciani. And I'm like, Amy, girl, you done seen this man pumps in a bump with Erica Banks at his video shoot. It's something going on betwixt the two of them. Now, I don't know if you and he are cut buddies or if y'all just bosom buddies. Regardless of whatever the case may be, just know that you ain't the only buddy, okay? And so what you need to stop doing is stop trying to make fetch happen. You are trying to make this man into something that he is just not. You are trying to make this man into a one-woman man, but you can see that he is not somebody that you should be taking seriously at this point in time. he's not fully baked in that area yet. And what I mean is, I think that for a lot of like men specifically, I can only speak for men, right? A lot of times, you know, not all the time, but a lot of times, men, especially who perhaps may be in this rap game or in this fame game, they need to be able to bake for a while. And what I mean by that is they need to be able to sit in the oven, okay, and bake. And by bake, what I mean is do all the things and all the things they need to do. All right. And by all the things, I mean all the buddies. And then once that person finally gets tired of baking, that's when they're done. And this man is not done yet. You are working with an unbaked cake, okay? Essentially, Miss Amy. And I need for you to get that through your skull because at the end of the day, okay, Erica Banks is thinking, well, I'm the number one, okay? And it just feels to me like if you got to say to somebody or out loud to yourself in a confessional that I'm the number one and that person needs to just run off somewhere and give up, you are not the number one either. Okay? You are a number, all right? And you could be number one on at any given moment, but you are not number one permanently. Okay? You are a number. And if you're fine with being a number, then that's okay. But there is the delusion that you would think that you are the number one because he has, for some reason, made you think that when anyone with two eyes can see that this man is still in the oven baking. And so it is with great displeasure that I see these two young ladies, rap stresses, going at it, albeit passive aggressively, in competition over a dude that's looking at them both as options. This goes into the logic that I have surmised that Amy seems to have adopted, right? This sort of competitive nature, and I'm not sure where it comes from. Maybe it's from having siblings. I don't really know. But what I do know is that I feel like that level of thinking lends itself to this issue that she has with Rennie Rucci, because on the surface, anyone with, again, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue, feet, fingers, nails, follicles, eyebrows, nose hairs, earwax, anybody can tell is probably at the root of it either a label or producers, production companies. Somebody else is to blame for the two of you guys working on the same track. Because guess what? Whoever made the track and distributed the track to both of y'all, you need to be blaming them. Okay? So going to Rennie Rucci is really not going to solve your problem. Okay? You want her to take something down that she was authorized to do. All right. Then somehow the blogs got pulled into it, and I don't know, things went wrong. But before they can have that conversation, Yandy is adamant that the two of them need to talk. Rennie does not arrive until later. They have the event, which, to be honest with you, we need to see more of these types of events because I thought it was valuable information, and to just hear them talk about the obstacles that women face in the industry, as well as maybe what they could be doing differently, especially even as Amy is invited into the conversation and she talks about being pitted against other women and how, it shouldn't be that way. Well, when it's time to have that conversation with Rennie, it turns into a chaotic, no pun intended, confrontation. Okay? Because she ends up starting off the conversation wrong by saying, oh, back when I approached you about this in the DMs, I felt like it was childish of you to end up blocking me. And it's like, how you expect her to react to this? Like, you're not even coming at the situation on some let's resolve it. You coming at the situation on some, you did this to me. Okay. And I don't like it. All right. Which is automatically going to set Rennie, who is already ill at ease with the situation, on defense. Right. So now you just basically got the two of them having different experiences for how they got the song. For Rennie, it seems like they gave it to her. And what she did was not seeing Amy's DM, went back to the person that put her in that position and got them together. Okay. But for Amy, she's going to Rennie. And then I'm assuming when Rennie didn't respond, it went into the media in some way, shape, or form. So then Rennie checks the DMs and then blocks her because the situation is already blown up in the media. Mind you, all of this was 3 years ago. We mad about something that happened 3 years ago? Now, it's a difference if you've had a friend and you fell out 3 years ago and you have no intentions of ever being friends with them again. This is a situation where it's like y'all don't even know each other. For real, for real. Is the song still like, is the song, did this song turn into Single Ladies? Did this song turn into Umbrella? Ella, A? Okay. Did this song turn into I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak? Did it turn into that? No, it did not. Okay. Because quite frankly, I don't know any of their songs. Well, Rennie's, I do. I know some of Rennie's songs, but for real, I mean, like it. I mean, it ain't like it's like chart topping hits yet. They may be on their way. You know what I'm saying? But right now, that one song, I don't want to say that little one because it could be raking in the dough. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, girl, did this materialize in the latest top 10 hit for you to still be mad about it? And you need to be mad at the people that gave the song to two people. How about that? So as they're about to fight, okay, because Amy ready to throw some balls. Um, Rennie goes off to the side. Yandy talks to her, and what I like is that Deb and Yandy got into Amy. You was just on this stage talking about how ridiculous it is for women to be pit against each other like this, and you did not listen to the things that Rennie was saying in that situation. And Yandy breaks it down to her. She's like, "You have two options here. You can either take the path that leads out this door, or you could take the path that leads directly to Rennie. What do you want your legacy to be?" Baby, when I tell you something, that was a word right there. That was a word. I received that. Okay. I received it for myself because what it told me was, think about how you want to move and how you want to move with integrity. It popped me in the face. It slapped me. Okay. It slapped me twice, three times. Okay. So for me, I was like, wow, that was powerful. So actually, I might bump this episode up to an 8.5 because I took something from it, baby. So anyway, Amy goes back over to talk to Rennie Rucci, and she does say she shouldn't have came off like she came off. And Rennie seemed a bit resistant to it because I think she was just kind of thrown off by the energy. And they end up talking and just kind of agreeing to like, okay, let's squash this. The way I mean, they ain't hugging nothing, but at least they put the issue to bed for now. Okay. For now. So that was the episode. Let me know, are you guys excited that Erica is back? I mean, and not Erica Banks, but Erica Dixon is back. Let me know what you think. Next week, she's going to have a confrontation with the BAM. It's not going to go well from what we can see in the trailer. Are you excited about Jennifer Williams' new YouTube channel with her boo, CJ? CG. Is it CG? CJ, CJ, CG. C, okay. See him. See Spot run. So let me know if you're excited. Let me know in the chatterization down below. With that being said, of course, I will leave you guys with the promo for my book. If you have not purchased it, please do so. Book 2 is coming soon. My bad. It is taking me a lot longer to write because it is a lot more complex. Okay. So bear with me as I finish these last, I think, 8 chapters, and then we'll be set off to editing, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay. So with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video.
So, Desiree Davenport, what are you hoping to accomplish with this show?
Honestly, I've lost everything in the most horrible way possible. And listen, I want it all back. I'm willing to build it piece by piece, and I mean brick by brick.
Oh, honey, she is done. I bet you a Burke and she doesn't last all season with us. Just watch.
I'm Misha Hill, and I'd like to consider myself the matriarch of this dynamic group of ladies. I mean, someone has to keep them under control.
I'm Davita Delaney.
I mean, I think I could teach these ladies a thing or two about how to get and keep a good man.
They said she was a gold digger. She ain't do that for me. I'm just really looking forward to being surrounded by other empowering bosses.
Yes, I know exactly what she's doing. And if she keep playing in my face, I'm gonna have to let out all her dirty little secrets just like she did to me. And I'm not playing.
Let's get this straight. If I brought you into this circle, I just as easily can take you out. She ain't running nothing over here, okay? She needs to be worried about running that household and worried about why that husband of hers is never at home.
Oh, hell.
Ooh, child, this is about to be a mess.
Oh my God, I hate mess. What in the world did I get myself into?